Hey guys, EBPMAN here, and today we're going to take a look at the Swagtron Pro. Let's check it out. Now the Swagtron Pro is an electric bike that is going to allow you to travel up to 15.5 miles on a single charge. And what's even cooler about the bike is that you can travel up to as fast as 18 miles per hour. Now, I've been seeing regularly anywhere from 12 to even pushing it as far as 18.7, but it's a great bike and it's easy to use. Let's take a closer look.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the little bell icon to get notified when new videos become available.
Now, the Swagtron Pro is a small electric bike. Now, this bike is going to be able to support children and adults up to 264 pounds. It does have a rechargeable battery, and the rechargeable battery will take 4 hours to get a full charge. Now, there's some really neat features with the battery, so let's take a closer look. Now, the battery itself is part of the bike, and now when you slide this little door here, a couple things you're going to notice. First of all, you have an LED that's going to indicate when your battery is charged, and the neat thing about it is that your cord is included in the battery compartment. This compartment not only can hold the cord for your charging of the bike, but it could hold even a smartphone cable inside. Now, what I like about this cord is that the cord has no power brick, so everything is included. So literally all you have is a cord, just a simple cord to charge. And again, this is something that if you use this bike to go into the office, this is all you would need. Stored in this compartment, and then what you would do is just close it up and you're ready to go. Now, in addition to seeing the LED of when your battery is charged, you do have here in this area, you have a USB compartment. Let's take a closer look. Now, you can charge literally any smart device through this port. So this could be your phone that you have on your bike. It could be a headphone, literally an iPhone or a Samsung device. Anything that you'd like to charge, you can charge as you're using the bike. Now, the Swagtron Pro is made out of premium material, so you do have a metal frame, and you also have some heavy-duty tires here. So these are rubber air-filled tires. They have a very nice disc braking system, and I can tell you when you're riding the bike, this is very welcome, especially when you're riding in areas that are not even, or if there's small potholes as you're riding on a trail or on a street. And one of the things I will tell you is that it does not have a suspension system, so there's no shock absorbers anywhere in the bike. So if you do hit a small hole, you're going to feel it. So what I find that I put more of my weight on the spokes here in the front, and that kind of helps me distribute the actual impact. You are going to get some really nice speed, as I mentioned. Using this bike, I've been able to hit 18.7 miles per hour on the flat terrain, and going uphill, it does slow down slightly, but not that much. Now, folding the bike to put it into your trunk or into your car is pretty simple. All you do is you raise this handle here slightly, and then this folds forward, and you can fold the handlebar. It makes it really easy to put in a trunk. I've been able to carry this to give you kind of the size of a car in a Toyota Corolla without any problem at all. So a lot of flexibility here. Also, the steering wheel or the handlebar itself, you can actually flip the switch over, and then you can move this left or right depending on what you're trying to do or what you're trying to accommodate with the type of car that you're going to put the bike in. Now, the handlebar is pretty straightforward. It's very similar to a bicycle handlebar. You do have your front and back brake, which engage your braking system. You do have a back stop light. So when you press this, you actually have a spotlight or a brake light, just like you would see in a car, that lights up in the back of the bike. You also then have a horn, so we'll power that up so you can hear it. And you have a power ignition here where you can power up the bike and you can see what your battery level is. To engage the power of the bike, all you have to do is turn this area back, and then the bike will propel forward. Once again, very easy to drive, and the power is not intense when you take off, but it is gradual, so it won't surprise you when you first start using the bike. Right, so in the back of the bike, you do have two reflective surfaces. You do have this reflector here, and then you have your brake light, which I am now pressing the brake light so you can see how that lights up. So this really shows off well at night. It also has a front light. So let's take a look at the front light, and it is incredibly bright. It has two LEDs. The light is pretty straightforward. You do have a switch on top that once you flip it, it turns on. And remember, this is not something that I would advise you using during the day, as it will eat up your battery. But at night, I've ridden the bike going to the grocery store and back, and it's very welcome. I go through a nature path, which will show you some of the shots in this video, and it just lights up the entire place. Far stronger than a bike. Freaks some people out because they think it's actually a car because it's so bright. But again, really nice light. that make sure that you're going to see everything that's in your way. All right, so let's talk about the seat, and this will be the last part of the bike that we'll look at. The seat itself is really doesn't have much adjustment. It doesn't go up, it doesn't go down. It's pretty much fixed in its place. It moves slightly forward and back, but that's about it. So I would adjust it once, set it, and then try it out. What I find is that in my case, I've pushed it further back. It's much more comfortable that way. And again, what I'm doing is as I'm riding the bike, I'm kind of distributing my weight between the seat itself and also those two pegs that are coming out of the front tire to help balance myself. Very easy to use. And again, the only area that I would highlight is just watch out for potholes, because you'll definitely feel them. Now the bike itself, the Swagtron Pro, is also a connected bike. So it has an app, it's Bluetooth capable, and the app itself is going to give you what your speedometer is, what your trip distance is, as well as your overall speed and average speed and your time on your trip. Now there's some other neat features here. So if I swipe over to the right, this is where you're going to be able to adjust your speed setting. So you can actually throttle it down so it doesn't go faster than 12 miles an hour. It doesn't go faster than, let's say, 15 miles an hour. Or you can say I want to be able to travel at 18 miles an hour, and that's the maximum speed. And of course you have to worry about, do you have hills or not? But on a flat surface, once again, I've been able to get up to 18.7 miles out of the bike. Now there's another neat feature here, which is a wheel lock. So you can actually set a wheel lock so that the wheels themselves don't turn. So if someone were to go to the handlebar, power it up, and try to make it run, the locks will be on. Now the app itself does have also a password setting that you could set up so that no one can connect to your bike and change any of these settings. This is not, I would call, a security feature like a cable lock, because someone can still pick up the bike and take it, but it prevents it from being inadvertently turned on and driven, especially if you have kids or other users in your house. Now you also have in the app the ability to track your trips, so you can actually GPS track your distance, the map of where you went to, and then there's some also diagnostic settings here. So you can go into set up what your unit of measurement is, the passenger that we spoke about, and then you have a diagnostic area. So the diagnostic area, every single time you connect, it goes through and checks each one of these areas, and that is done automatically. So this gives you a good sense that your bike is in good health and there isn't anything wrong with it. All right guys, so let's go ahead and take it for a spin and see how it rides. So guys, that concludes our review of the Swagtron Pro. I give this one a double thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and make sure you smash that subscribe button. See you in the next one.